demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige him.
If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is very much the player in all of football in so many ways. His development really owes to the fact that he made all the best choices. The clubs, the coaches, everything has been meticulously planned, and an awful lot of that would be attributed to his dad's experience.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. And here's Haaland. Foden. And here's Haaland. Oh, he's been flattened there. Pedro Porro forwards and with intent. Deftly away. Ake. Oh, sweet feet. And here's Ake. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Kovacic. That is lovely. That is good strength. Rodri. And here's Kovacic.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Tell. Ruben Dias cuts out the pass. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Rodri. And here's Haaland. Foden. And that's a throw. And it's Kovacic. And here's Doku. That looks a good cross. And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone. Kudus. Palinha. Van der Beek. That's really well manoeuvred. Bernardo Silva. And it's lofted through here. Tries to get it clear. Bernardo Silva with the short one. Bernardo Silva, now the delivery. That has been knocked clear. Guardiola, here comes another cross. Oh, nice touch. Kovacic. Out to the left it goes. First of the game.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Doku. Kovacic. Guardiola. Lovely feet. Kovacic. Crunching tackle. Now who's going to be first to this? Palinha did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Romero. Kudus. Romero. Udogi shifted upfield. Ruben Dias. Kovacic. Guardiola. Bissouma. Udogi. Romero. João Palhinha. Tell. Chance here to counter. Bernardo Silva tries to thread one through. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Udogi aim forwards. And it's Simons. Kudus. And here's Xavi Simons. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. João Palhinha. Can he spark a counter here? Succumbs to the press. And a chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Rodri is there, and he can get that clear. And here's Kudus. Now it's Kudus, over to the left. Chooses to go back. Bissouma takes a shot. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Doku. Guardiola. Bernardo Silva. Bissouma. Tell. Van der Ven. Bissouma. Kudus. Bissouma. Kudus. Romero. Udogi. That's been drilled forward. They've got rid.
Solanke really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Bernardo Silva hurtling down that right flank. Bernardo Silva delivers. It's a mighty effort! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Kovacic. Haaland. Haaland! Kovacic played out to the left flank. And it's Kovacic. Guardiola spread out to the left. Kovacic. So who's he picking out? Kovacic. Very nicely done. Bernardo Silva played out to the left flank. Referee's given a throw. was nowhere near his best. Romero, gently done. Adobe. Romero, moved on forwards. And here's Haaland. Pressing. Bernardo Silva is fouled. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target. And it was worth it though.
Romero. João Palhinha. Van de Ven driven forward. He's away. Ruben Dias, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Foden. It's been a pretty frantic start, a lot of front foot pressing. Guardiola. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. It's come to nothing. Out for a goal kick.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And here's Doku. And here's Haaland. Haaland! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
He goes! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Guardiola. That's tiny. Plenty waiting in the middle. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Fired deep towards the back post. Vicario claims it, and the danger passes. The referee's awarded a free kick. Solanke, cleared away. It's Toro. Tell. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Bernardo Silva.
Really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly can they do that?
Well, they're tucking their fullbacks in the midfield to enable their more talented personnel to push forward.
Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Bernardo Silva actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Van der Beek. Kudus. Lobbed in behind. Foden. Ake. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Vardiol. And here's Doku. Doku, that could it go? And the shot! Just off target.
That's just unfortunate, really unfortunate.
And it's Kudus. Oh, a delicate chip through. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's played forward. Haaland. And here's Kovacic. Out to the left it goes. Cross goes in there. Ah, simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement. Picking him up, I think the boss won't be amused.
Good moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Kudus. Bissouma cuts it out. Romero. First quarter of an hour gone. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Tell. Simons! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Foden, now he's off and running. Rodri. Ake. Ake, gently done. Bernardo Silva, played out towards the right wing. There are a few waiting for it. Foden, now here's the delivery. And the ball is out of play. Kudus. And it's Adobe. Simons. Tell. Vardiol gets it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Pedro Porro showing good feet. Xavi Simons. Now then, the ball's come loose. Referee has just said play on. They could break here. Ake. And it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, great chance! Doku. Haaland, and he shoots! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Van der Ven, aim forwards. Simons. Tell. That has found him in acres of space. Gehi with the clearance. And he's straight offside. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Gehi. Rodri. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Solanke. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And it's Bissouma. And here's Kudus. And here's Tell. Tell. Tries a shot! It just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Ruben Dias. Ake moved on forwards. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no... He's had a shot! Guardiola forwards and with intent. Dinks one through, dink through, could move up a gear here, he's got away, Haaland!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, this looks sharp. Gehi. Ake goes forward. Kudus. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Kudus. Xavi Simons. Solanke. And the shot!
Solanke is offering a right smile there.
Gehi clears it away. Bernardo Silva. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And now the breakaway. Oh, super find. That is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Kovacic. That's really well manoeuvred. Romero attempts a clearance. And here's Doku. Oh, red, nice interception. Kudus. Romero shifted upfield. Palhinha. Kel. It's Porro. Pedro Porro. Tel. And here's Solanke! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Solanke, nothing wrong with the idea, inches away.
Ake. Yehi. Ruben Diaz, gently done. That is a great pick out. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Kudus gets good distance on it. Kovacic. Ball is over the line. Pedro Porro. Van de Ven. Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Moved on forwards. Doku. Fadio. Kovacic. Oh, good spread. Bissouma. So, what can they make of this? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bernardo Silva. Rodri, aim forwards. And it's Simons. Tel. Out towards the flank. Played back in. Cut it out. Cleared without complication. Tel. Xavi Simons. Doggy. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And it's been taken short. Aimed in towards the centre. And that has been clubbed away. Foden, searching pass he's played there. He's shifting through the gears here. Xavi Simons. Kudus, well played right into his path. Ruben Diaz makes the interception. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Romero wins the duel this time. And he's picked out the run.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Picks it up out wide. Doku. Fadio. Pedro Porro getting this one clear. Over to the left. Doku. And here's Kovacic. And here's Haaland. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
And the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And one more try! It's a loose ball. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Guardiola gets over and intercepts. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. And it's played forward. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Kovacic. Kovacic forwards and with intent. Oh, that's neat. Doku crosses it in. Romero tries to clear. Kovacic played out to the left flank. The doggy gets it away. Here's Foden. And it's Kovacic. Played out to the right. Kovacic. Hit into the middle.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chances gone a begging.
Pedro Porro gets it clear. And here's Bernardo Silva. Alinea does really well to win the ball there. Adobe. That's really well manoeuvred. Simons. And here's Solanke. And he's heaved it away. That's a throw. Van de Ven. Kudus. Bissouma. Out to the left it goes. That's very neat. The doggy goes for a shot! Solanke shoots! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Ruben Dias. Fadio. Romero. Kudus. Bissouma, gently done. Kovacic has set up one goal so far. Bissouma. 15 minutes till half-time. Moved on forwards. Tell. Pedro Porro. A lovely bit of skill. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Bissouma. It's anyone's ball now. Gets across to intercept that. Tell.
Will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Ake shifted upfield. Bernardo Silva. Played into space out wide. He's found a way through. Diving header! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Header! Oh, not the best of headers. João Palhinha. Bissouma, aim forwards. Romero. Adobe. Romero, good looking ball. Yehi. Doku. Guardiol. And there's green grass ahead of him. And that's put paid to a promising move. Solanke. Tell. Solanke. Great chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Solanke really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Xavi Simons. Oh, it's played into the area. Tries to get it clear. There will be a throw-in. And it's Udogi. Udogi. Oh, what a climb! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's a real disappointment as well, after he worked so hard to just get into position and get on the end of that in the first place. A lot of effort for very little reward.
Ruben Dias. Vardio. Rodri. Ake. Kovacic. Vardio. Kovacic. Ake. Foden. Ake. Foden. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Ake. Pedro Porro, and they can counter here. That looks a cracking ball. Calmly anticipates. Ruben Dias. Ake. And it's played forward. Oh, nicely intercepted. Van der Ven. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Tries a deft little ball. This might spell... And Bernardo Silva! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that plummets the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro, forwards and with intent. Tell. Great for Simmons! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's Kudus. Ah, such a clever touch. He's got to be in here. Pedro Porro, and that's aimed into the middle. And the keeper has it. Kovacic. Really well manoeuvred. Haaland! Haaland! And there's his chance to lead the counter. Adobe. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Bissouma shifted upfield. It's run loose here. And it's played forward. Donnarumma sends that a long way. And it's been given away. He's through and Doku! Can't be
be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Romero, aim forwards. Simons. Spread out to the left. Doggy. And he's managed to get free. And here's Kudus. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. Obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Climbs up big! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Okay. Foden. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Ruben Dias. Kovacic. Rodri, gently done. The most accurate pass. João Palhinha. Tell. Xavi Simons. This looks promising. Out to the right. Donnarumma. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Van de Ven. It's Porro. Tell. And here's Xavi Simons. Ake. Moved on forwards. João Palhinha. Van de Ven, nicely aimed pass. Ake. Gehi. And it's played forward. Kovacic. Played out to the right. That has been cut short. Ake. Ake with the cross. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro, it's a sharp pass. Rodri. Gehi, gently done. And it's Bernardo Silva. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Now it's Kudus. And here's Solanke. Oh, that's well done, really robust.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
It's a little off target. Vardiol. Kovacic. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva, given the lift of his goal. Rodri. Ake. Bernardo Silva. Out to the left it goes. Kovacic. Xavi Simons. Pedro Porro shifted upfield. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Solanke. Doku forwards and with intent. He has found the way through. Purring through the gears. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Now it's Haaland. Haaland! And it's Kovacic. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Simons. Do have a chance to counter here. Kudus. Back into the middle. And here's the chance to counter. Kovacic. Gehi, up towards the front line. And here's Haaland. Haaland has been caught there, it's a foul.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Oh, that's fabulous! He's got himself an absolute peach. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed. Things are starting to look awfully cosy. Tell. And it's Kudus. That's a nicely weighted pass. No luck with that dink over the top. Kudus is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Bernardo Silva. And he should have made it 4.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Udogi attempts a clearance. Kovacic. He's in a great position. And it's going to be another corner. Romero clears it away. Over to the left. And it's Kovacic. And here's Haaland. Looking to break at pace. Kudus. Simons. There will be 4 extra minutes. Gehi. Ake. Gehi. Rodri. Aim forwards. Van der Ven wins the duel this time. Kudus. Foden. Haaland. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. João Palhinha. Palhinha, gently done. Bissouma. Bissouma, gently done. That has been knocked clear. Vardiol. And it's played forward. Gehi with the clearance. Moved on forwards. Kudus. And here's Xavi Simons. Oh, good ball. Big chance! And he's there to clear it. And it's Kudus. Kudus! And he's done very well to deal with it.
Look, they seem set on a tactic that's not really yielding any results. You'd imagine they're targeting a weakness, but they look a weakness themselves.
Vardiol. Oh, there's a probing ball. Defending of the desperate variety. Tell forwards and with intent. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. Oh, he's found support out wide. Foden. And here's Haaland. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Haaland! Keeper's got his work done. It's a clearance, but not much of one. And here's Foden. And here's Foden. And it's Bernardo Silva. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Udogi. That's really well manoeuvred. Solanke head out towards the right wing. Pedro Porro. There's the start of the second half.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
And here's Haaland. Bissouma. Romero. Udogi. Bissouma. Solanke. Time and again they are repelled. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Kudus. Xavi Simons. Oh, good spread. Solanke. Shot a goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
That is a great pick out. And he's onside! João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Tell carries the ball down the right. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kovacic did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Great defending, strong and determined. And here's Solanke. Tell. Nice control. He decides to cross it. Ake getting this one clear. And it's Bissouma. Haaland. And the counter is on. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. And here's Foden. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Tell. Pedro Porro. Now it's Kudus. Xavi Simons. Oh, that's nice. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. He'll try to keep this alive. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Udogi. Nice physical challenge. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Udogi gets a cross in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Well, they could break here. Foden. Kudus shifted upfield. Solanke. That's good play. Looking for a decent ball in. And here's Solanke. And the ball's come loose here. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Oh, the ball's come loose here. And it's Palinha. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Palinha. Played into the middle. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Ake. Foden. Ake. Haaland looks to get on the end of this. Palinha producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. Udogi opts to play it back. Shot, surely! Doku. Pedro Porro. Haaland. Kovacic. Guardiol, gently done. And he cuts out the supply. Xavi Simons. Solanke. Now it's Haaland. Haaland has got himself a free kick. Haaland, and the shot's on here. Romero, Bissouma, Kudus, Bissouma, and it's Porro. He is just caressing the ball. Can he finish? They've played it short. Get a throw in. Bernardo Silva. Ake. Kovacic. Ruben Dias. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. And here's Kudus. Bissouma played out to the left flank. Udogi puts a cross in. Bissouma. Tell. Goes for goal! And that tested the keeper.
Look, they seem set on a tactic that's not really yielding any results. You'd imagine they're targeting a weakness, but they look a weakness themselves.
Rodri. Kovacic. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Pedro Porro. Van de Ven. Bissouma. Kudus. Moved on forwards. And here's Haaland. Haaland spread out to the left. Guardiola. Bernardo Silva. Foden. It's a mighty effort! Tell. Van de Ven. Tell. Now it's Solanke. Played out to the right. Pedro Porro has it out wide and in space. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. He's gone for the shots! Gehi clears it away. Doku. Ake.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. And it's Ake. Foden. And here's Ake. Ake, now here's the delivery. Adobe. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Guardiola. And it's played forward. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, easy pickings there. Big shot, Haaland! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
There's some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Listen, it's not nice and it's not clever, Peter, but it has to be done when he tries to make one of those telling runs.
Chance here to counter. Foden! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Foden plays it short. Gehi. Played in by Foden. There's the header! Relentless! Just relentless! Players Supporters ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. A great touch.
He did so well.
Easy, almost too easy here. Joao Palinha. Bissouma. Presses it through. And he's there to get rid. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Porro. Pedro Porro puts them all in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Palinha looking for a runner. Great work on the overlap. Foden is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Van der Ven. Aim forwards. Bissouma forwards and with intent. Proves too strong. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Short changes him with that pass. Adobe. Xavi Simons knocks it out wide. Adobe out to the right. Oh, nice touch. Hit into the middle. He's in a good position here. Gehi is there and he can get that clear. Vardiol. Quality ball. One time, excellent interception. And it's Kudus. And here's Xavi Simons. And that is out of play. Bissouma. Romero. And here's Xavi Simons.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Bernardo Silva. Ake. Ruben Diaz. It's a lovely, neat pass. Adobe. Bissouma. That's really well manoeuvred. He can get that clear. That's a throw. So there's going to be another change here.
You know, he can't really have any complaints at being withdrawn. There must have been at least 5 efforts at goal that were underwhelming.
And it's Bissouma. And here's Xavi Simons. Over to the left. Ruben Diaz hits, and the shot! Oh, there was plenty on that. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's a beautiful simplicity. Up he goes! It's in! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be
Against boys.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Now it's Foden. Bissouma. Quality ball. Richarlison is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Haaland. Haaland does really well to win the ball there. Bernardo Silva played out towards the right wing, crossed into the middle. Oh, smashing header! Decent chance, that is a fine delivery.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Romero, gently done. Richarlison, played out to the right. Kovacic gets rid without sophistication. Adobe. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Guardiol. Kovacic. Ruben Dias. Yehi. Bernardo Silva. Rodri forwards and with intent. Out to the right. Has a quick glance. Rodri. Bissouma getting this one clear. Kudus do have a chance to counter here. Pedro Porro done delicately. Keeper's got good distance on that. Now that's well seen too. Bernardo Silva, oh, good spread. Well, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. To the left it goes. Now it's Kudus. He's got away. Kudus. Oh, it's come loose. Can he deliver? The doggy. Oh, it's played into the area. And that was very necessary. And that's been won straight back. And it's Porro. Adobe. The doggy. Thinks of Kudus! Oh, it's come loose. And it's hoisted clear. He has a shot! Turns and goes back. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Here's Xavi Simons. Played out to the right. Pedro Pop. Decent chance! No, it's wide.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Bernardo Silva, spread out to the left. Doku. Guardiol. Bernardo Silva. Out to the right. Ake. And Bernardo Silva! Van de Ven. Romero shifted upfield. And here's Kudus. Simons. Oh, what a shoot! It's a loose ball. That's going to go a long way. Now it's Adobe. Oh, that's neat. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he cuts out the supply. Van de Ven. Richarlison. Now then, the ball's come loose. Could be danger here. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's had a crack. Can he finish? And he thumps it clear. And it's Toro. Joao Palhinha. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And out it comes again. Doggy. Bissouma. Played back in. Ruben Dias attempts a clearance. And it's played forward. Ruben Dias, aim forwards. Haaland looks to get on the end of this. Van de Ven. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Doku. Moved on forwards. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Rodri wins the duel this time. Now it's Foden. He's found a way through. And it's played forward. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Adobe. That's a cute ball. Richarlison could try cutting inside here. Tries to get it clear. Palinia have it back and can go again. Now it's Adobe. Takes a shot!
Adobe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Doku. Doku! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Doggy with the clearance. Throw it. A couple of changes then in quick succession.
Substitution on the field. Number 7. Coming to replace him is number 10.
Ake. Gehi. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. Rodri. Ruben Diaz. Forwards and with intent. And claimed it back swiftly. That's really well manoeuvred. That's tidy. And it's Ake. Kovacic. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Rodri shifted upfield. Ake. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. Romero, aim forwards. Foden. Foden gently done.
Brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Moved on forwards. Maddison. Just about up to 75 minutes. João Palhinha. And here's Richarlison. And the ball's come loose here. Looking to break at pace. Ruben Diaz. Gehi. Haaland chasing after it. Now it's Foden. Foden. Oh, that is asking for trouble. That's good play. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. He's got space in the area. Goes down, but nothing given. And here's the chance to counter. Some good work on the right flank here. Oh, played through for the wide man. He's going to be disappointed with that. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Adobe. And it's Toro. Palhinha. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Haaland. Could move up a gear here. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Doku. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Maddison. Foden. And here's Ake. A chance to play it in. Cleared away. Kudus. Bissouma. Has a look and plays it forward. Ruben Dias makes the interception. Yehi. Rodri. Yehi. Ake. That's really well manoeuvred. And back to the goalkeeper. Van de Ven. Udogi. Romero forwards and with intent. And it's played forward. Defending of the desperate variety. Palhinha. Kovacic did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Maddison. Lobbed in behind. And he's there to get it away. And they've got a throw. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, this looks sharp. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Adobe. Yehi cuts it out. Ruben Dias. Ake. Ake, nicely aimed pass. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. And there's the shot! Not out the best in the keeper.
Richarlison, he'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Pedro Porro goes short. Very nicely done. Time to deliver. Cross goes in there. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And it's hoisted clear. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Kudus. Maddison. Maddison! Oh, terrific save.
Look, they seem set on a tactic that's not really yielding any results. You'd imagine they're targeting a weakness, but they look a weakness themselves.
Bissouma. Kudus. Elects to cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Gehi. Foden. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Now it's Kudus. Udogi. Nice control. And here's Kudus. Nice looking ball. Adobe. He's in a great position here. Nicely shaped cross. What a throw in. And it's Maddison. Maddison played with finesse. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And a shot! And he's missed it. Nicely intercepted. Maddison. Thinks one through. Oh, shooting chance! And he's spooned it over the bar. Doku, and it's lofted through here. Now it's Foden. Ake. Great run on the overlap here. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Great defending, strong and determined. Well read, nice interception. Looking here to chip it through. Van der Ven getting this one clear. Bissouma.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Always onto this. And it's Udogi. That is lovely. And here's Richarlison. Foden. So what can they make of this? Kovacic. Gehi. Gehi, oh, good-looking ball. Van der Ven. Udogi. Romero, aim forwards. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Foden. And here's Haaland. Romero with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. And he won't reach that. Romero shifted upfield. Over to the left. The doggy picks it up out wide. And that's been well dealt with. Gehi, gently done. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Oh, can he get onto this? Bissouma. Van de Ven. João Palhinha. Maddison. Moved on forwards. The doggy. That's very neat. So who's he picking out? Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Bissouma does really well to win the ball there. And it's Maddison. Calmly anticipates. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva played out towards the right wing. Oh, sweet feet. And that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card, and he walks. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Substitution on the field. Number 13. Coming on the field is number 24.
And that has been cleared. Kovacic. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Marmoush! And he steered it beyond the post. That's really well manoeuvred. Van de Ven. And it's played forward. Maddison, it's a delicate pass. Foden. Now it's Foden. Spence wins the duel this time. Bissouma. He's in plenty of space here. Now, what about a counter-attack? Palhinha gets over and intercepts. Doku. Bernardo Silva. Doku goes hurtling down that left-hand side. Chance for a shot! That is faded wide. Van der Ven, aim forwards. Doku. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Spence doing full tilt down the left. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Doku. And now the breakaway. Well timed, excellent interception. He's through here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Madison.
Doku. Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. Bissouma. Spence. Ooh, a delicate chip through. It's a foul. It could be a penalty. Now the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Madison. Marmouche, and they can counter here. Ake. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Marmouche! No, it's wide. There's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Van der Ven forwards and with intent. Bissouma. That's really well manoeuvred. Ruben Dias shifted upfield. Foden chasing after it. Now it's Foden. And he's managed to get free. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Madison. Pedro Porro. Van der Ven aim forwards. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That has been cut short. Van der Ven with a definite foul there. Gehi, Kovacic, Ruben Dias, Vardiol, Doku, and he's on a charge. Aimed in towards the centre, and it's hoisted clear. Palhinha clears it away. Kudus. Pedro Porro. That's a throw. Pedro Porro. And it's Porro. Adobe. Showing good feet. Pedro Porro. Ambitious ball here. Guardiol getting this one clear. It's a throw-in. Doku. Lewis. Foden. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, such a clever touch. Can he deliver? Oh, what a climb! And it wasn't a great header in the end. Moved on forwards. Guardiol. Rodri. Kovacic played out to the left flank. Ball's played through. Can he latch on to this? Doku. He's in here! Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Substitutions taking place.
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming it.
Van der Ven. Pedro Porro. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Adobe. Ruben Dias cuts out the pass. Ruben Dias, gently done. Can he spark a counter here? Palhinha concedes a free kick for that. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Ruben Dias. Nico Gonzalez. Doku. Lovely feet. Nuri. Doku. Oh, that's nice. having a shot! And that's past the post. And that's past the post. Kudus. Lewis. Oh, that's a nice ball. Foden looking to get on the end of this. Spence gets over and intercepts. Bissouma. Kudus. And it's played forward. Maddison. Van der Ven forwards and with intent. Adobe providing an outlet on that flank. Now it's Adobe. It's anyone's ball now. And that's... So it's down to business here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Doku. Doku going full steam ahead down the left flank. And it's Bernardo Silva. Vardier. Doku tries a cross. He cuts it out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Adobe. Romero. João Palhinha. Romero shifted upfield. Foden. Kovacic. Vardier. Doku. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. Out of play for a goal kick. It's Kudus. The doggy drives forward on the overlap. Kudus. Might be to Solanke! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Solanke is offering a wry smile there.
tries to get it clear. Haaland. Doku. Moved on forwards. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. João Palhinha. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva spread out to the left. He's shifting through the gears. Bernardo Silva has the goal! And for a moment, time stood still.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Guardiola cuts out the pass. Kovacic. Ake. Bernardo Silva. Udogi. Kudus. Romero. Ruben Diaz gets over and intercepts. Guardiola gently done. Strong running down that left flank. Doku puts them all in. Udogi. Van der Beek. Tell. Pedro Porro. That's come loose. And it's played forward. Now it's Haaland. Chance here to counter. He can run onto that. Doku. Muscular approach does pay off here. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Caresses it through. Foden looking to get on the end of this. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. There's the header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Yehi. Rodri. Ake. Rodri. That's a look and plays it forward. Pedro Porro. Romero forwards and with intent. Udogi. That's really well manoeuvred. Doku. Guardiola. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Doku. Van der Ven tries to clear. Tell aim forwards. Xavi Simons. Van der Beek. Bissouma. Yehi, and the keeper's got it again. Ake. Rodri. Moved on forwards. And here's Haaland. Oh, the ball's come loose here. That's going to go a long way. Adobe. Romero shifted upfield. He's cut it out. Ake, he's gone direct here. Foden. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Pedro Porro. Tell. Bissouma. Romero. That's really well manoeuvred. Adobe. Solanke. That's good play. A chance to play it in. And it's Bissouma. And here's Solanke. Cleared without complication. And that is out of play. Doggy. Can he latch on to this? Kudus. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Up towards the front line. Haaland chasing after it. Goes for a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Bernardo Silva really showed his coolness, Peter, by not getting flustered on such a tough skill. And for me, it was controlled perfection.
So, a breakthrough already. Bissouma. Kudus. Out to the left it goes. Kudus. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's Porro. And here's Tell. Pedro Porro tries across. No, that's overhit. Ruben Dias. Ake. Foden. Ake. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland!
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Bissouma. And that could set him on his way. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now it's Solanke. And here's the chance to counter. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, a delicate chip through.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Foden. And here's Haaland. Bernardo Silva. And here's Doku. And here's Haaland. Haaland. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. And that has been clubbed away. Vardiol. Doku. Oh, that's neat. Doku tries a cross. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Kovacic. Kovacic proves just a little bit too strong. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Kudus. Tell. And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Rodri.
Really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly can they do that?
Well, they're tucking their fullbacks into midfield to enable their more talented personnel to push forward.
Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Vardiol. Tell did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Vardiol really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Foden. Ruben Dias. Vardiol. Kovacic gently done. Doku. Oh, nice touch. And that's aimed into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety.